Good evening. Continuing coverage tonight of a story we first brought you last night on Heartland News at 10. A Saturday night crowd at Mount Vernon Raceway watched in horror as a race car vaulted into the grandstand. This was the scene last night at the racetrack. According to investigators, 38-year-old Kevin Beatty was trying to qualify his car when he lost control of it, hit the wall, then wound up in the grandstand. The crash killed 2 people and injured 6 others. Well, the 2 spectators who lost their lives were 51-year-old Donald Roznowski and 18-year-old Jeffery Conner, both of DuQuoin. Carly O'Keefe spoke with some family and friends of both men today as the community reacts to the tragic night at the track.
Well, right now everybody's just kind of in shock, you know. It's hard to figure why something like this, or how this could happen, or why it happened.
2 families and an entire community are in disbelief after what happened Saturday night.
I didn't know my cousin was there then. I didn't know he was at the races that night there. Till this morning they called me up and said, yeah, he was there and he was killed.
Donald Roznowski loved car races, and friends say just like the cars on a track, Roznowski was always running.
They call him Zoomie just because he was always on the fly. He was always going and running and doing so many different things.
He was a very busy guy. He was a guy that was always working, always doing something, always pretty helpful on the fire ground.
He was a volunteer firefighter and worked with a racing team on a pit crew. Sometimes he even combined those talents.
When he put his love of firefighting with racing together with doing fire suppression, whether it be out here on the DuQuoin Mile or up at Gateway.
Jeffery Conner was watching the race with Roznowski when the out-of-control car vaulted into the grandstand.
A young boy, you know, that had his future in front of him. He was Jeffrey was a real good kid.
Coaches and families say Conner was a gifted athlete on the DuQuoin football team. He was number 88 in this video from last year. He recently graduated and was looking forward to going on to college.
He was a good football player, and he was a good kid. He was a nice kid.
He was doing all the right things and good things in life. I'm sorry to see that this had to happen to him, you know.
Friends say the deaths of both men will be felt throughout DuQuoin.
It really is a tragic loss. I mean, you know, they were both good people. You know, one guy already busy in his community, and another guy starting school like next week, trying to get into law enforcement. Another guy that's community oriented too. So it's a loss for this community. It really is.
In DuQuoin, Carly O'Keefe, Heartland News.
Thanks a lot, Carly. Back in Mount Vernon, investigators try to piece together what happened. Illinois State Police officials say that driver Kevin Beatty has told them his throttle stuck, and that's what caused the crash. Here's more with state investigators.
We don't know if there was a track problem, if there was a car problem, or if there was a driver problem, or if a combination of factors was playing out here. And until we know those facts, it wouldn't be right for us to even consider charging. We don't know who's at fault.
We'll have much more on this story as it becomes available this week on Heartland News.